Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And as you can see, well, we're a day late on this one. I missed the MISC day here at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. I was out of town with family celebrating Thanksgiving, and so I missed MISC altogether. Unfortunately, just didn't have enough time to get that video out. So I thought I would backtrack one day anyways and get Drake before moving on to the Dnaus. So you'll get two videos from me today. And Drake, you gotta love the red and black of Drake. That's just so awesome. I love... Drake has grown on me so much over the last few years. They are definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite manufacturer now. So, in the main hall here, you see we have the Drake Herald. This is an info runner. You'll be able to put the information here in the data storage drives on the outside of the ship. Very great if you are just jumping into a system and you can eject these little storage bins, and the correct people can come and pick them up and get them where they need to go. So it's kind of designed to be an extremely fast, stealthy info runner. You can do some eavesdropping and stuff. So this is their light fighter, the Buccaneer. And this is definitely one of my favorite light fighters in the game. It's super maneuverable. Not quite as maneuverable as the Anvil Arrow, but maneuverable enough that it's just solid choice. In its size, it's not very big. I think this thing's actually smaller than the Arrow, so it can be extremely hard to hit if you're going up against one. Not to mention the loadout. This thing's going to have 5 guns on it of varying sizes. It's phenomenal in battle. I definitely recommend that as a possible light fighter pickup. The only issue it has is, since it's Drake, there's no ejection seats. So keep that in mind. And then over here you have the trio of Cutlasses. Now you have the Cutlass Black in the middle, the Cutlass Blue on the right, and the Cutlass Red on the left. The Cutty Blue is the police variant. You're going to be able to do all sorts of bounty hunting and target acquisition. You can throw people in jail cells in the back. So it's definitely great for that purpose. If you are needing something that's more versatile and can do a little bit of everything, I highly recommend the Cutty Black, which is actually the cheapest version, but it offers the most bang for the buck as far as all the different things it can do. You can see it's got a turret up top. All of them have some sort of turret, though on the red it is more of a spotlight. On the blue and the black it's an actual turret. And then 4 size 3 guns. 2 above and 2 below the wings. Plus the turret on the top, which, as you know, well, how's a crewman? Plus it's got the 5 jump seats in the back for Marines or ground troops, whatever you want to call them. Space superiority troops, I don't know what you want to call them. It's got the side doors that the troops can jump out of. It also has the ability to have a tractor beam on it, so that could be very pivotal, especially if you're planning on bringing in cargo, salvage, something like that. It's definitely the most versatile of all the Cutlass ships that Drake has. The Cutty Red here is the ambulance version of the Cutlass. So this ship is capable of, performing emergency medical procedures, where you actually can save somebody's life in a pinch. Right now it's capable of respawns. In the future it won't be doing respawns as much. It'll be picking people up and stabilizing them. It only has the size 4 size 3s. The turret is obviously a spotlight, which I talked about earlier. This is a great ship for search and rescue. This one and the Cutty Blue have lights that will shine. So it's, of course, red and blue, like the police lights for the blue. And the Cutty Red is more like the yellow and orange or yellow and red lights, or white and red, like an ambulance would. Now this big ship here is definitely a favorite of any cargo hauler in the game at this moment. This is the the Drake Caterpillar. Wow. It's been a long week, guys. So this is the Drake Caterpillar. It can hold 566 SCU of cargo, which is really phenomenal. Later on, when they get the modularity in, these sections here, where you see that are divided by the legs, will be able to be a different compartment in each section. So it'll be a completely modular ship that's capable of doing just about any function that you would want or need in a ship. Definitely a go-to ship for cargo haulers and, you know, many people out in the verse right now. Now, Drake has got a bad rep as the manufacturer of outlaws and pirates. I don't see it that way, and so neither do a lot of people. Of course, there are a lot of people that do go along with that storyline. Drake, of course, has been trying to change that perspective of their vehicles or their ships, because they don't want to be known as just, you know, an outlaw group. I mean, they want to be able to sell to everybody. They don't want the UEE coming down hard on them either. So they are definitely trying to cater to more folks. And I think there's a spot for them there. And as you can see here, we're looking at the Dragonflies. These are the Drake Dragonflies. Very cool ships. They can be flown in space or along a planet's surface like you're seeing right now. They have 2 size 1 guns in the front. They have room for a passenger in the back and like 0.5 SCU of cargo. So great little vehicles that Drake have done. I'd love to see a hover tank that works kind of like those Dragonflies with the repulsors that, you know, hover right above the ground. So this is going to be Drake's entrant into exploration. This is the Corsair. As you can see, it's got the asymmetrical design for the wings. It's kind of neat, kind of pointless maybe, I don't know. But it's going to be a really cool ship. It's going to definitely take on the Connie Aquila as far as, you know, type of ship out there as far as exploration. I think it might actually be better designed than the Connie Aquila, because the Connie Aquila, it's a Connie, and the Connies just aren't well designed at the moment. They need to be redone. This one I think will be good right off the bat. Again, no escape pods because it's Drake. Drake doesn't believe in escape pods. And up next is the Vulture. The Vulture is going to be your first salvage ship in the game as far as, you know, entry-level salvage. As you can see, it's going to have these little tractor beams and lasers here at the front. You'll be able to collect components and parts of the ship, and it'll automatically be stored in the ship, which you can see has a little hatch in the back. This is the most detailed concept art we've seen for it, which tells me that they're actually working on this thing, and it'll be out this next year. I am fairly certain, or I'm looking forward to anyways. Very cool ship as well. Drake doesn't have too many ships that I'm not much of a fan of. The Herald's probably the biggest not fan of ship that they have. Now, the one that I can't wait to get my hands on is this bad boy here. This is the Drake Kraken. This is a light carrier, and it's going to be capable of housing 6 ships on the deck and 2 in a fighter bay or a hangar bay that it has. See, here's a hangar 1 and a hangar 2. Those are going to be a bit smaller ships, probably the Buccaneer size. You'll be able to refit them, refuel them, etc. Ships on the deck, you should be able to do some of the same stuff, but not quite as well as the smaller ships that you would fit in those hangars. As you can see, this has actually been worked on a little bit as well. The guns here, I believe it's got a couple of size 8 guns, maybe a couple of size 6s. Definitely could be a beast in combat. I'm looking forward to seeing this thing in action and being actually on it. It has a Dragonfly bay, which I can't figure out if that's it or not. The Dragonfly bay will be good for releasing, you know, several Dragonflies at one time, whether you're on the surface of the ship or on out in space. Could be great for close-in reconnaissance or stealth gameplay. Then you also have the cargo area. This thing is going to carry a massive amount of cargo. That is the regular Kraken version. And there is a Kraken privateer as well. The privateer is going to be a shopping mall. That's pretty much it. It's going to be a shopping mall. I think it'll have room for 6 regular stores and 2 black market stores. It could be really cool. You'll be able to decide what products you want to sell on there and hire the NPCs to actually run the shops. And the shops will actually have inventory that are drawn upon your cargo in the ship. So, very cool. Absolutely love the Kraken. I like Drake. Drake's one of my favorites. What do you guys think of Drake down below? Let me know. I do appreciate it. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you out in the verse.